Over the last 15 years, I've probably hired tens of thousands of people that I've worked with. And when you work with these different personalities, there's a lot of things that you can measure, but there's a lot of things you cannot measure whatsoever. And the only way you can measure this is through seeing this person go through it and how they respond to it. You know, in an interview, a person can impress you a lot. Oh my gosh, I've done this, I've done that, I've done that. Then we get to work and you realize who the real person is. So I'm going to talk about 10 unmeasurable qualities of a human being in this video today. And you can pretty much make an opinion, create an opinion for yourself on when you're hiring people or working with people or even yourself on which of these areas really is this person extremely strong at. So let me get right into it. 10 unmeasurable. Number one to me is heartbeat of an organization. Let me explain what I mean by heartbeat of an organization. You know, you'll get somebody in and you'll get somebody in here that'll start working, and let's just say they're working in a department and or in an office together, and you know, within a month, 2 months, 3 months, and all of a sudden they become a heartbeat of that organization. No one knows it. When Mario first got started, Mario, you guys know who Mario is. When Mario first got started with me, we had a meeting within 2 weeks. I had a sales meeting on Monday morning at like 8 o'clock. And he had only been there for 2 weeks. It was his first time he came there. And somebody made a remark about another one of our salespeople in our office, sales managers in our office. So these two sales managers got into it. Mario got up and he said, look, I don't know who you are, but you just don't talk to a lady like that. He had only been there for 2 weeks. Boom! Immediately, we found out a lot about him 2 weeks into it. He became the heartbeat. From there on, everybody knew when this cat was around, people were protected because he protected people. That's a heartbeat, right? But you don't know that right off the bat when you're working with somebody, if somebody can be a heartbeat of an organization. Whenever you look at a heartbeat of a sports team, you'll learn somebody comes out of nowhere when it's tough, it's playoffs, they show up. But you didn't know it in practice, they don't show up. That's heartbeat. You won't know that part until there's time that goes by and there's situations for them to rise up. Number two, vision. A lot of people talk about I have a very big vision, grand vision. I want to do this, I want to do that. But they get this much success. You realize their vision is a very small vision. Vision takes a long time for somebody to realize that if this person's got vision or not. I've hired people and say, oh, long term, I want to see myself doing this with the company and I want to run this department, I want to do this. And then you realize they get a little bit of money and then boom, their vision gets smaller and smaller and smaller. You don't see it anymore. And then there are certain people that you may not hear anything about them, what they say. And then one time they said something about a vision and the next thing you know, they're responding and delivering in a way that they have a bigger vision than people that have been there for 6 years. 6 years. Because they're just constantly going to chase this vision that they have in their lives. You cannot measure somebody's vision on saying, tell me about your vision and you know it clearly. Number three, desire. Desire is, I mean, if there was a mechanism that came out that taught people exactly, scam people and said this guy's desire is at the highest level, and this guy's got no desire at all whatsoever, it would save thousands, billions of hours for different CEOs and companies to know who to work with and who not to work with, because desire on somebody wanting it so bad, you know, Pat, you have no idea how bad I want to win, you have no idea what I want to do, and then boom, one thing happens and they quit. Oh, you don't know what just happened, we had a family crisis. What's the crisis? Or, you know, we had my seventh cousin that just, you know, got into an accident, just family crisis. Yeah, it's just you don't understand because I have to go, and then one time, twice, every time something happens, they're gone for a week. Okay, this person does not know desire. They're just talking a big game. Everything to them is a family crisis. They don't have desire. You'll learn about it when you work with them. You work with somebody and say, this cat's got a lot of desire as well. Number four, ambition. I want to move up in a company. I want to be a leader. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do that. Okay, great. We'll see. And he realized they're very ambitious. They're first thing in the morning. They leave late. They work. Nobody tells them to stay late. They're getting things done. They're doing something. They're absolutely ambitious. You'll learn about them a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. This is one of the most ambitious person I've ever met. And they're not slowing down. They're not slowing down. You can't measure someone's ambition by just looking at them. Number five, long-term thinking. A lot of people are short-term thinking. Most people are short-term. If something doesn't work out for them for 30, 60 days, you know, this is not working, I'm going to bail. I'm going to go somewhere else. Long-term thinking is someone who says, I don't know why, but I get the feeling these guys are going places. I don't know why, but I see long-term I can be a leader. And I'm going to come out here and be a big part of I'm going to be a big part of this organization. Long-term thinking. Long-term thinking. Long-term thinking, there's no way in the world you're going to know if this person is long-term thinking or short-term thinking until you hire this person. Okay, next one. Tenacity, thick skin, right? You'll hire certain people and they look good, they're sharp, everything is very good about them. But you say the smallest challenge to them, they're saying, oh my gosh, and they shut down. Whoa, whoa, whoa. If you are that thin skinned, what are you going to do when the customer berates you on a call and absolutely goes off on you? You're going to be afraid of the phones. Ooh, thin skin, you're not thick skin. We learn about you're extremely soft and sensitive. This is either not the right department for you, or this is not the right company for you. Or you got to work on becoming a thicker skin and becoming a stronger leader. But we got to do one of those three, right? You'll learn about that within time with people. Next is loyalty. Loyalty is purely time. All these things, they take time. Every single one of these things takes time to realize who's loyal, who's not. You realize who's in it just for them and who's in it for the entire organization. Loyalty to me is a very big thing because it doesn't take thousands of people to create a major movement. It takes a handful of people that are absolutely loyal to you, who are ambitious, driven, desire, big thinkers, big vision, long-term thinking, that have bought into what you want to do, that are willing to do whatever you can to run through the wall for this cause to become a reality, for you to build a massive conglomerate for yourself. But it does take finding the right loyal people. 8, creativity. I'm very creative. I'm an artist. You know, I've been painting all my life, and I'm about music, and I'm about this. Okay, great. Then you have a innovation meeting together, and you come up with ideas. Okay, what ideas do you have? Have you guys thought about putting a box? Putting a box? Yeah, what if we put a box? It's like, what do you mean putting a box? Have you guys thought about potentially doing such and such to the website? It's like a bland idea. And then you sit there after 1, 2, 3, 4 meetings, there's no ideas. This person is not creative. You are not creative. It takes time to find out who's creative or not. Point number 9 will be how competitive they are. I mean, you hear a lot of people say, I'm very competitive, I want to move up. I'm very, very competitive. I'm the most competitive person I know. And then you bring them in, they're really not that competitive. They lose, they're okay with it. They lose twice, they're okay with it. They don't have this desire to come in, stay late, show up on the weekend to want really improve and go back and take the weekend and study and improve their crafts. They don't have that. And then you have somebody that comes in that's quiet, that doesn't look like a competitor, that's absolutely competitive. They take the weekend to improve. They come back sharper in a meeting. They're ready. You see they improve. They got better. You can't tell if somebody is competitive or not right off the bat. And the last one I'll put in is hardworking. I've had a lot of people I've hired over the years that they'll say, I'm the hardest working person I know. I'm the hardest working person I know. I'm the hardest working person I know. And then they can't wait to go home at 5 o'clock. That's not the hardest working person you know, buddy. There's a lot more harder working people than you if you can't wait to go home at 5 o'clock. But you know, I have to go home. It's just, some came up, I have to, okay, second time, third time, fourth, and then this is constantly, it's Friday, I have to leave at 3 o'clock, and then you see them come Monday to work, and their face is so red because they went golfing the entire time, and you know, so all those sorts of things you see on the hard work side, on the competitive side, you can't measure these types of things. No matter who you hire, you can't measure. The only way, the only thing that you have to figure out these things where you can measure it is time. Time's the only thing you have when you hire somebody to find out what their heartbeat is, the real vision, the desire, the ambition, how long-term thinking they are, how thick-skinned they are, tenacity, loyalty, creativity, how competitive and how hardworking you are. The only thing you have as you are working with them is to pay very close attention to these areas, and hopefully they have enough tests that you can put to see if they truly have these things. You as a leader can test these areas to find out, yep, they have it. No, don't have it. No, don't have it. Yes, they have it. Again, yes, they have it. Again, yes. This is real because 3 times I tested same area, the person has it. And you as a leader find out about these areas by certain tests you give them when you're working with these folks. And that's a whole different subject that we can get on. But anyways, that's my message to you. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so. If you got any questions and comments, feel free to comment on the bottom as well. And if you're watching this video on a complete different website, you can always come back to my website, patrickbetdavid.com, subscribe to my newsletter. And again, thanks for watching and comment on the bottom. Take care. Bye-bye.